Something that has been on my mind for months now is how our bodies, is how I believe our bodies are such advanced technology that we know nothing about. And it makes perfect sense why they're doing all the things that they're doing to us this day and age. I mean, if you think about it, the war is literally for our bodies. The war is for our DNA. If you look at the evil side, you look what they do to little ones. You look what their rituals look like. You look at the fact that they literally drink the DNA of other people. And it has made me wonder why. We talk about how this is such a spiritual war. And yes, it is, but it's also a spiritual war for our physical body. Because there is something to this. If you think about it, the way our world is set up, absolutely everything that we have access to has a way of causing destruction and decay to our physical bodies. The food we eat, the water we drink, the radiation from the technologies that we have, the things that they spray in the sky, the list goes on and on and on. And I have been on this journey of wondering and realizing what technology our bodies actually are. Why are they so heavily coveted? Or even our blood for that matter. Our DNA. And I firmly believe it's because we are literally the divine, we are the DNA of the divine creator. We're God's DNA. There's no other reason that makes sense. There is something to our bodies, and there's a reason why they want our bodies to die and to no longer be viable. There has to be a reason. I was sharing something today with my mom that I have been doing for a few months now, off and on, and it's how I am healing my trauma that is trapped within my body, specifically like my root chakra, because I have seen people talk about how when you have fat stores on your body, wherever you store your fat is your body's way of protecting that area and that energy center. So for me personally, I store much more fat around my thighs, hips, that whole area, which most women do. And yes, there are genetics involved in it, genetics that, our bodies are made to carry weight in that way to support growing other humans and childbearing and whatnot. But I feel like you kind of know when there's a little more excess than there should be. I feel like I can look at myself with a clear mind and say, there's a little more extra than there should be. And it's been this way my entire life. And I felt like it was generational, first of all, generational trauma that was passed down to me, but also, trauma that happened to me as a child. Nothing hypersexual or anything, but, we all have trauma. So I had started doing this thing where I would just lay down, put my feet together, and then bring up my legs, and my legs would start shaking. And I had found it to become a extremely healing thing for me. I would also do some visualization within that that helped tremendously. But just the act of shaking my body and letting out that trapped energy, because trauma is essentially trapped energy that you're trying to hide. While shaking, that my body is able to release that energy that's been trapped for all these years within my body. And it's brought up some inner child things that I needed to deal with. And while I was talking, I started to think about how I think all of the technology that is coming to light that we haven't had access to for generations now, and it's been hidden from us, is still a misrepresentation of what we are actually supposed to be doing for ourselves. I think that any technology that comes into the collective is a part of what we are actually supposed to be able to do for ourselves. So, there's talks of med beds, Tesla technology, there's the Rife machine, and all those things are absolutely amazing. I feel like we should be able to do those things, the healing that happens with those machines by frequency, on our own. And I don't have the answer for this, honestly. It's just been something I've been thinking about a lot recently. I think that our bodies and what we visualize is so powerful that it creates our reality and absolutely changes the physical state of our body. Again, I don't fully know what I'm talking about. I'm just spitting out something that I've been mulling over for years now. But the effects that I've seen from doing visualization on my own body, essentially using my spirit, or some people would call it my higher self, to heal the parts of my body that need it the most, I've seen tremendous change and physical change and emotional change from it. And I think that that is where we should be moving to. The theme of stop looking outward for the answers and start looking inward has been something that's been coming up so much for me recently. Because I think that we were given every single thing that we need inside of us. And the real work and the real journey is to get rid of all of the crap from all of the generations past and everything that we've done that has caused trauma and destruction on our physical bodies and our mental, spiritual state, and getting to the place where we can visualize and create our reality through our bodies as we create and manifest our body in the world. But you start with you first. Everybody else is looking so outward to fix the world, and what would really fix the world is if we started all to actually look inward and fix this, because this is a representation of all of that. So, I don't have any answers exactly. I just thought I would throw this out there to get the perspective of the people watching, because it's something that I'm starting to get more and more passionate about. Just understanding that my body is an advanced technology that I know nothing about. And I've been continuously searching, as everyone else has, for the external answers, when really it's all about the internal. It's like in skincare, I get so annoyed when people, are like, what's your, beauty routine? Like, how do you, like, my skin's not that clear today, but they're like, how do you keep your skin looking so good? And, like, what products do you use? And I'm like, I don't use any products. I literally wash my face with baking soda and olive oil. I think it's a result, when it does look good, it's a result of my diet and my emotional state and the healing that I've done. Because as I've progressed and healed a lot of areas of my life, my skin has gotten clearer, I've shed weight, I've just become more healthy in general. And there's never been an external thing that has actually helped achieve those results. So it's a fun thing to think about. I'd love to know your thoughts on all of this. And as I get more revelation about it, as I dive deeper into it, I'll let you know what comes up. But I hope you have a fantastic day and do something fun and creative today. Bye.